You wake up, it's January 1st, 1999. What do you do first? Panic because I would have to go through high school again. With the knowledge I have now, I'd run that place within a month. Or you would just be a straight-A weird kid. I've thought a lot about this type of question, since it gets posted every month. I think anyone going back with the life history of someone 20 years older would kind of fuck them if they end up younger than their 20s or 30s. Family would likely accept you as you are. But how do you hang out with your old friends? You're all kids, but you're not the same anymore. Interests, maturity, personality, all drifts a bit. Dating would be weird to possibly creepy, especially trying to find someone you are with in the future. Try to preserve any current things you have would be hard. How would you court your future partner? You know too much about them. The early dates could get weird fast. How do you do things better without breaking key moments that went right for you? Will changing things, for either personal gain or world betterment, affect the future you came from? My take. I mourn the life I had, my child, the people I loved. Then do something completely different. Don't try to recreate my past because I can't. You'd be setting yourself up to fail. If you go back as a kid, you may have knowledge, life experience, maturity. But you're still in the body of a kid, the biology and brain chemistry of a kid. It wouldn't be exactly like a 40-year-old in high school. Realize how addicted I am to my smartphone. Enjoy watching a TV show at specifically the time they tell you to. And the ads, I feel that if I had to go to 1999, I feel that 7-year-old me would die because I don't have easy internet access. My family had a family desktop with dial-up that was the worst. And I wasn't allowed on the internet since we only had so my dad could finish his degree. Flex by doing his homework and saying he's stupid for not being able to do what a 9-year-old can do. Invest in Google, then buy Bitcoin in a few years. Edit. Also Apple, Amazon, Facebook, etc. Unfortunately, Google didn't become publicly traded until late 2004. A better bet would be to immediately buy Amazon for the 60x gain over the next 20 years, or Apple for a 470x plus gain over the same period. Then offload in 2008 and put it all in Bitcoin. Sometimes I wonder about this. What if my relatively small investment had a butterfly effect that changed the direction of the company? Probably not in terms of Google, Apple, or Amazon. Those were still relatively large companies. You'd have to be a billionaire already to meaningfully impact their future. Crypto, on the other hand, started small enough that I could see how someone with a good chunk of money, but not absurdly wealthy, could completely change the trajectory. If someone took gains they made from Apple and Amazon from 1999 to 2008, sold, and put it all in Bitcoin, Bitcoin would have no value because one person would own it all, lol. The smarter thing to do is just diversify into Apple, Amazon, Google, buying relatively low positions, like $5-10K each at IPO or start time, and then just let it ride. Once Bitcoin drops, buy 100, 200 or so to cap off your gains and sell at $70K and then roll it back into the market or real estate. Just take all the money you gain from those stocks and short the housing market pre-2008. Tell everyone what's going to happen in the next few decades, so they can avoid it. The sad thing is, they wouldn't believe you. People would certainly believe you, especially if you could predict events within a few days. Back in 2000, someone claimed to be a time traveler from 2036 and used their in-depth knowledge of the IBM 5100, talking about unpublished features of the computer, to successfully convince people they were a time traveler. Eventually it was discovered as a hoax, but there were believers. Am I me as I am now transported to 1999, or me as I was back then, but with today's knowledge? Because if it's the latter, I get up and start making the tough decision on whether I want to play with my Easy Bake Oven or my PlayStation first. Then I'll consider if an 8-year-old can realistically find a way to avert 9/11s. I'm imagining a kid writing a letter to President Clinton about 9/11s. Federal agents show up at his/her house but dismiss a threat due to the child's age. Although if he used terms like Al-Qaeda, it will draw more scrutiny. The parents are run through the ringer, but ultimately cleared. 9/11 happens as in our timeline. Federal agents return to the house but keep it hush-hush and strongly recommend the family do the same. They still can't connect the family to the attacks. Around 2015, the parents and/or child start speaking out about what happened. They are dismissed as insensitive nutjobs. Of course, this will all unfold differently if the child accurately predicts several events publicly prior to 9/11. Absolutely kill it at school. Oh hi Cuddy, how was your Christmas? I learned a lot of math, like an undergraduate worth of math. Same. Might struggle a bit in French though because I haven't really used it. I don't think Ms. Bouzet would give me a passing grade if I answered all her questions in Mandarin. Step 1. Wait 8 days till January 9th. Step 2. Buy first edition Pokemon cards on release day. Step 3. Step 4. Profit. This guy Charizard. Put them, unopened, in caves for 20 plus years. Quit smoking cigs. The best time to quit smoking cigarettes is 24 years ago. The second best time is now. For some reason, the fact that that's what you chose is such an enlightening thought to me. I gotta trash my bad habits on that note. Scrounge as much money as I can and buy out of the money. MSFT, AMZN, CSCO call options with January 2000 expiry. Sell them in January 2000 and make a fortune. Use the money to buy put options on all the same stocks. Sell those options in 2003 and make an even bigger fortune. Then back to call options. Bail out of them in 2008 and go back to puts. February 2009, buy AAPL, NFLX, GUAG. Buy TSLA and FB when they IPO. Then I'm not sure. 2 chicks at once? After 9 years of perfectly predicting the market, you could probably splurge on 3 chicks at once. Plot twist. The 3 chicks are all SEC investigators.